going on, everybody? Welcome back to Comic Books NYC. You're watching Original Art Hour. This is the show where we sit down with other original comic art collectors, share some art from our collections, tell a few stories, and discuss the art side of the comic book collecting hobby. Joining me on the latest episode is our buddy Bill Miller, Comic Mag Musings. What's going on, buddy?
Doing well. How are you, Coby?
I'm good, man, and I love how you use your whole name and stuff on your videos. You're not being cagey, you know.
There's so many out there.
That's true.
Probably one of the most common first names and surnames.
I don't quite have that same luxury.
Hey, thanks for having me on. I'm excited.
Dude, I've been looking forward to having you on. First of all, you're just a very nice dude. You seem pretty chill. I love watching the videos on your channel. If you're not subbed up to this guy, his links are in the description below. Make sure you go sub him up. Great channel. So yeah, man, thank you for hanging out with us here.
Absolutely, my pleasure, sir.
So before we get started, I want to ask a quick question to the chat. How's the audio? Any red flags? Just let me know in the chat if it sounds good, doesn't sound good. I'm testing a new overall setup here, so I just want to make sure the viewing experience is audible, I guess, or the stream experience is audible. But beyond that, we're going to say a quick hello to the chat. We had Geeks and Drinks in the house. We had Mr. Gretzky 9966. What's going on? We got Magic Lasso in the house. What's up? We got D-Rump Comics. What's going on, dude? Who else is here? We got Daymares in here. What's going on, brother? Unruly Simeon's in the house. What is up? We got Bake the Snake. What's up, brother? We got Mad Spidey in the house. What's up from Down Under? Did I get it right that time? Cap'n Comics. What's up, Cap'n? Good to see. Ahoy, matey. Let's see who else is in here. We had Tony NY Jr., my brother from New York City. What is up? Good to see. Okay, audio is good. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for that confirmation. I'm happy about that. Daymare sounds a little hollow, but sounds good to go. Meaning the contents of which I speak, of what I speak, or like the bass of my voice.
That's an ambiguous statement, isn't it?
Yeah, like, do I need more EQ? Or I'll work on that, buddy. We got JP's Budget Collecting in the house. What's going on, brother? And I think we're all caught up here for now. We got some homies in the chat. Okay, Bill Miller, Comic Mag Musings. How did you get into this whole artwork game? What's your story?
It's probably from. I mean, I've always been interested in art, mainly oil paintings and things like that. But working within a budget, you just have to be creative and find it at different places. But I've been into comic books for a while, and really the only comic book conventions I've ever gone to are local ones. Phoenix, what used to be Phoenix Comic Con, now it's Phoenix Fan Fest, or they renamed it a couple times because San Diego threatened them, and they got scared, so they renamed it to take out the Comic Con part. Huh. And they used to have amazing Arizona Comic Con. That was in Mesa, which is a big suburb of Phoenix. And then that Mesa moved to Phoenix. And so both of them were in Phoenix. And then Phoenix Comic Con kind of threatened them, made them run off and move to Las Vegas. So now there's only Phoenix Comic Con. And those are the only comic book conventions I've ever been to. But that's really where it started. Usually, yes, Bill Miller in Phoenix, Arizona. The one and only, if there's another, he's a phony. Guaranteed. But usually that's where I picked up most of that. I've gotten a couple pieces off of the internet, like in auctions, Comic Link, I think Comic Connect. Okay. But probably 95% I've gotten either from Phoenix Comic Con or directly from one of the artists who was my penciling and inking teacher at a community college. And I got some pieces from him.
Awesome. So
this was maybe 12 to 15 years ago, maybe, when I got the first one.
Okay. That's a while back.
Yeah.
I wish I was collecting back then, but I think I was maybe not very responsible back then. You know.
Well, you back then matches me now.
Well, awesome. All right, dude. Well, we'll kick things off with a few pieces you want to share. I don't have a ton to show tonight. We're gonna probably keep the focus on you, but you guys know the guests go first. So here we go. Let's start looking at some of Bill's artwork collection.
All right. Well, I'll work through. So most of the stuff I'd get. So whenever I went to a convention, I usually would never get comic books, right? I would get some commissions by local artists, people I could afford. So I generally don't have big names for any of the pieces or a whole lot of big characters.
No precursor necessarily.
And I'd get trade paperbacks, right? That was kind of my thing. And I'd go to all the panels. I just wanted to go to the panels. So I'll start with some of the commissions.
Okay, cool.
And I'm terrible because most of them I don't know who did it. But this was a Ghost Rider that I had someone do, and then I framed it. So that was in 2012.
You and Tony NY Jr. would get along, I think. Often he forgets.
Is he a GR fan?
Well, I don't know about the GR part. I mean about the forgetting about who the artist is.
Oh yeah, I'm horrible with that. Well, because oftentimes I just go around and look and say, "Wow, I kind of like that."
No, I hear you, dude.
Design. Can you do a Ghost Rider for me? And that's kind of the way it was done.
My thing is I take meticulous notes and stuff. So
no, that's smart.
So even if in my brain I forget, I have somewhere I can go look it up.
That's a great idea. I've been accused of a million things. Being smart is not one of them. So that is something that I probably should have done.
I know you're a kick-ass job in what you do. So don't front. You're a smart dude.
I got 3 of these. These are like the drawings that would go in front of animation cells. I think I got Snoopy and maybe a Schroeder or Linus. I can't remember. I just keep these down in the laundry room. So I have to go and pull off these things and say, oh, let me show one of these and one of those. Now this one's a really fun story. I think I mentioned this in the chat when you had the reunion for 2021.
Yeah.
And I believe it was Mad Spidey that had waited forever and a day.
Yeah.
From a Brazilian artist, I think, for a piece to come in. And I mentioned that I waited 2 years. And this is just for a con artist, not a con artist, not a confidence man, but someone who, there are a lot of artists that will make their living by going around from convention to convention all year long, right? And that's what this guy does. And again, I can't remember his name.
Artist.
Yeah, exactly. But I wanted him to do a Hawkeye for me.
That's cool.
Paid him. And this was at Phoenix Comic Con, I think. And does it say when he did? Okay, 2013 maybe. And so I paid him, and he's like, I can't get to it, but send me your address and stuff, and I'll mail it to you. So I said, okay. And so a whole year went by before I saw him at the next Phoenix Comic Con. I was like, hey, whatever happened to that? Oh, you know what? I forgot all about that. I'll knock it out this weekend. And so I went to him on Sunday, and it was the same story. He's like, man, I've been flooded with commission requests. I'll send it to you. And so another whole year went by, and I saw him again at Phoenix Comic Con.
It always comes back around to this conversation.
Yep. Finally, he did. And then he gave me this one, too, on top of it, which was cool because I had written it on.
That's cool.
At that point. It was just kind of comical. But what are you gonna do? So
I'm so buried with commissions that have been requested a year after yours.
Exactly.
Let me just get around to yours.
Yep. I think he figured, well, this jackass keeps showing up at this convention. If I want to keep working it, I gotta shut him up. I suspect that's what happened.
Awesome.
I wish I knew who did these. I don't know who did these, but I liked those. And so I framed all these. I would go when, I don't know. They used to have some chain frame store, and I would go pick out the different mats and get them cut out.
Like pre-done matted.
Yep, exactly. Well, yeah, I get the mats cut out and I go buy the frame at like Michael's or something.
Yeah.
And then throw them together because these are just barely bigger than the hole, you know. So yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. And it was just probably a local artist or someone from California that I was like, oh, I like what they did. Can you do a Hulk and a cat for me?
What's up, 90?
And I'll just keep showing until you shut me up.
No, keep going, man. No. This is like this. I don't have a lot to show tonight. This is going to be
okay. I don't know who this is either. I think it's from 2011, but it's the same kind of thing. That was a tough one to get cut. Yeah, because they were little. It's like Scotty Young before Scotty Young, I think. but they were little, and so they're right up against each other. It was hard to get the mat cut to separate those guys. But I like them. Those are 4 characters that I dig.
Very cool, man. I like that.
This one was pretty cool. I think I saw some oil on paper, whoever this person is, that they did. And I said, can you do a Hulk? And they did.
Oh, that's unique, man.
Yeah, and so then I got Lou Ferrigno to sign the
menacing teeth.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, right?
That's cool.
And so Lou Ferrigno would oftentimes, almost every year, he would go to Phoenix Comic-Con. So almost every time I would have him sign something. And so this year I had him sign this one right here.
I'm not sure which one Mad Spidey's talking about, saying looks like Ben 1, but maybe that was probably one of the other ones you showed. But
could be.
That Hulk does look pretty dope.
Yeah, anything that helps. Let's get the chat to start doing research on my behalf.
Dude, I bet you after this show, once you join our Instagram group thread, somebody will be able to figure out some of these if you share.
That'll work.
Yeah.
This was another one. I just really liked this guy's style.
Whoa, that's cool.
And so this was one that I got Lou Ferrigno to sign this year. I can't remember what year it was, but it's like each year I would try to get an original art piece or commission done by someone, and then he'll have him sign it.
That's such a great idea. I've only done that with Mark Hamill and Ashley Eckstein. You know, she voices Ahsoka Tano in Clone Wars. So those are the only 2 like actor SIGs that I got on a OA like sketch, like con sketch thing. Like obviously they didn't do the sketches or whatever, but yeah.
Right. It was
I love that. I love that idea or that concept in general. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
Man, how many of those do you have in frames? How many? Like all of them? Like, do you have any more lying around?
Yeah, and I've got ones on the wall. I didn't pull off, but yeah, I was big in it. I'm like, well, I got it, so might as well frame it. Like, but I'll have them in like closets and things like that. So it doesn't make a lot of sense. No one's going to see them but me. But at least I can appreciate it.
Yeah, I hear it. If I had an extra closet right now, which I don't, it would be filled with framed item related stuff. Instead, I just have them like up against the wall in a corner, or like tucked away beneath a desk or something like that. Like that's kind of like, that's the New York way. It's like I got no space left.
I understand. Unfortunately, none of my pages are framed yet. I've done that in the past as gifts, where I would get so if it's an interior page, I'll get 2 comic books, one to show the cover and then one to show the interior page. And then
I thought I was, I truly thought in my heart that was the direction I wanted to go. And then after a few experiences, custom framing pieces that all turned out like pretty good, I just found myself spending too much on those jobs.
Plus it takes up a big amount of space.
Yeah, so I started unframing stuff. Nothing that I got custom framed, but things that I had in like cheaper, like generic frames, I started unframing, and I think the bulk of my collection, like 80% of it, is now in portfolio. Just the folders, whatnot. What's up, Geek Aficionado in the house?
Jimmy? A friend got this for me so I could take it to like Comic-Con.
The travel portfolio.
Yeah. And so I just store,
Oh, man, I don't have
everything in there.
But I don't have one of those. But if I were to travel with a good chunk of my art, I probably would invest in one of those for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a gift. It works out perfectly because I just store everything in the closet. It kind of defeats the purpose.
So that you can put a portfolio that already has pages in it inside of that bag, right?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, and so
no,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So my idea is still to probably find a good amount of space, and I can frame up some pieces that I really like, and then just switch them out. That's probably what I'll end up. Kind of like the museum concept, where what you see on the floor is probably a third of what they have in total, and they just switch out exhibits. Something along those lines. I do that with my graded comic books. I have these. Mrs. Musings got me these 2 stands, each that holds 12, and they're kind of like folding on the floor, hard plastic frame things, right? Where they're hinged in the middle, and they have 4, 4, and 4. And so I'll just switch out different runs and display them that way. So conceptually, I'll try to do the same thing.
Yeah, I think a few people in the community have those. I think Los has those on his wall, like a bunch of his slabs. Like some of them, they're not in like normal shapes, right? Like it's like here, it's like it's almost like a Tetris piece or something of frames or something like that.
Well, these are like almost like room dividers.
Oh.
You know, they sit on a floor, and they're about 4 or 5 feet tall, and they have 2 hinged points, so you can twist them any sort of way. But they sit on the floor, and they hold 12 graded books, and so you can fold this one over, fold this one back, and you can do them in different configurations. I'll probably get one for back here, because I never actually show. None of my comic book stuff is really in here. So I'll probably get one for back there at some point.
Very
but
cool.
Just
we got Lady Fantastic in the house. What's up, Caroline? Good to see you. Welcome. Let's see more of your art. Are you going to get into the pages? Or do you have anything else
finish these guys off.
Yeah, let's finish these off first.
So this is from Val Hochberg. I think she's local. I think she's done coloring mainly, but the same kind of, kitty-like style.
Yeah.
This one, I don't know who this one. This is from 2010. Paul Gross, Peter Gross, maybe. Probably someone local.
Nice, dude.
This one is Dexter Vines. I know he's an inker and colorist. He probably does some penciling too. But that's a ghostwriter that he did. And then this one's
I love your frame and color choices and all that.
Yeah. To me, that's my little piece of artistic creativity,
right. Yeah. I mean, that is the one cool part about framing is like as a collector, you can feel like a little bit, like a wee tiny bit like an artist for a second. It's like I'm gonna pick my matte colors and my frame style, my frame color and all that.
Exactly.
It's fun.
Yep.
I agree. Off-White Tim in the house. Good to see you, man. All right, back to you, bro.
This is the last one, the commission ones I brought. This is a local artist, Brian Kilgore, who later ran for the Arizona House of Representatives, became a representative of his district. And I think he kind of got out of comic books at that point. But this was the first one I got signed by Lou Ferrigno in 2010.
Yeah, that little that Lou Ferrigno signature sketch collection that you've gathered, I think that's super cool, man. I really dig that.
It is fun. Yeah, that little oil one I have. So I have that with a display. I got this really cool shelf off of Etsy where it's got chains. It's kind of industrial looking. And I have one CGC frame with a Hulk slab in it above it. Then I have that drawing, and then on the shelf I have 3 Mego Hulks, one in a blister pack, one in a package, and one loose, kind of all on the shelf to make my little Hulk collage.
Those original Megos are like crazy expensive too.
Yeah, they are absolutely
in good condition and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. I had to actually get the rubber bands to repair the loose one because his rubber band's broken. They sell on eBay. They sell replacement ones where you can get them and restring them up.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't have any Migos. I haven't. That's one thing I haven't. I've resisted temptation, I guess.
No, I think that's smart. Right? It's another rabbit hole.
Another one. I got too many already. All right. Before we get into your pages, I'll show one thing. One of the things I brought out. This was done by an artist in the community, Tricky Trapster, and a former guest of this show.
Yeah, he's great.
I wanted to show it again because he's been such a strong supporter of the show, not only having been on the show, I think 3 times, his own show, and he's been on 2 of the group episodes, and he's done an art giveaway every time he's been on the show, which is beyond generous. So I wanted to give him another shout out and show this amazing page that he drew for me as an AOK, which is a TMNT spin on Frank Miller Dark Knight Returns, this iconic splash page from that title, which is just so awesome. Like, I don't know.
It's fantastic.
Right?
Yep.
And I know he was like tempted to keep it because he was like surprised at himself at what he pulled off, and it's just amazing. So shout out again to Tricky Trapster. Go check him out on Instagram and YouTube as well. Great dude. So that's my quick share sneak in before you start showing some of your published stuff, I guess now.
That is a beauty. Yes. As far as I know, I'll let you know the ones that I've actually researched, because a lot of times I'd go and depending upon the budget or just talking and striking up a conversation and getting to know someone, I may get something just because they were cool, not necessarily because I'm a big fan of the character or anything like that. And so I may not know a whole lot about them at the time and just stuck them away for years and never thought about them.
Hey, this show is not about being, good at facts. It's just about.
That's right up my alley, baby.
Yeah, it's just about collecting art and then showing the art that you collect. It's really beyond that. I really have no aspirations.
Excellent.
Jackson Wilkirk in the house. Has Comic Mag Musings shown his own drawings, or did I miss it? Not that I know of yet. We'll see if that happens.
Well, I did some drawings. I was on Rod the Rican's Lamer Frame earlier this week. I'm just not good. I'm not good at drawing. I have like zero talent, but I did take a penciling and inking class at a community college because I fancied myself a pretty good writer, and I also took a comic book writing class. And that's how I met John Layman. He's a writer who wrote like Chew and some other stuff. And I sent him my script. He's like, "Oh, that's great. I'm going to steal this idea, that idea, that idea." But then I always wondered, how much research does a writer do? And I wanted to have an idea about what you're asking an artist to do. If you say, "Hey, give me a battle scene with 100 people," what are you really asking to do? So that was the reason behind me taking a penciling and inking class.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So let's see what we got. Oh yeah, this was this is a commission piece that I loved. What this guy did, I don't know his name. I say, "Can you do a ghostwriter for me like that?" He said, "Yeah." It just didn't turn out the way I wanted it. I love the abstract concept behind the piece I saw of his, but
it's very
just the execution. I didn't like it, so I never framed this one. I just kind of threw it.
Disjointed.
Yeah.
Picasso-esque, but not quite Picasso. Yeah,
that's exactly right. So what do we got here? Okay. So those are prints. I haven't looked in here for a while.
Don't worry about it. Take your time, dude.
Let's see. Okay. I've shown these guys. These are my warlords that I got from, I think, Comic Link. But these are by Bart Sears.
Cool.
And every now and then.
Show for longer.
Oh, okay.
Got to see it. See the art. Ooh, that's cool. What book was that from again?
This
Warlord?
is from Warlord.
Okay, Warlord.
Yeah.
Very cool. Splash page.
Yes.
Nice.
And what page is that? Page 2.
Cool. What's up, Pat Wall in the house? Good to see you.
And then page 22, splash as well.
Oh. That's cool, man. What's up, Superpower Review in the house as well? What's going on, Kevin?
Yeah, and I've got, because every now and then I'll do a original art video.
Yeah, I
on my
noticed. I
channel.
watched those. Definitely, I watched those. Yeah.
I've got the comic for every, I think for every one of them except maybe one, because I think it's cool to be able to see the published thing.
I feel I have like an OCD thing about that, where like I need it. Like,
Yeah.
I absolutely have to have the published reference or whatever. And there's
Yeah.
like, I think there's 2 or 3 in my collection where I've been unable to locate the book, and it's like, honestly, I think about it every single day. Like, like, damn, I wish I had those like 2 books. Like,
All right.
yeah.
I think there's just one I don't have because I can't find it. I have no
No,
idea where
I'm
it's
in the
at.
same boat. Like, I can't find like these 2 particular comics, or maybe 3. I think it might be 3. Yeah.
Right.
It's
But
just-
but I mean I can't find what comic it's in. I don't know what
you
issue it's in. Yeah.
Oh, you can't identify which comic
Right.
it's in.
Exactly. I identified the series and where I think it's in,
Right.
but when I looked, I couldn't find it. So maybe it was never used. It could be an unpublished page or something.
Okay, gotcha.
But that drives me fun.
That's a different problem to have.
Yeah.
What's up, Biggie Shack in the house? Good to see you, brother. Welcome.
So this is, who is this? Oh, okay. Dietrich Smith. This is a book called Chapel.
You're getting some hate for your bobbleheads here.
Am I? Yeah, those are always the same.
I like those. Like, those are cool.
Yeah, Arizona Diamondbacks, of course. Phoenix Suns, of course. Now, there's a pirate there because my mother was from Pennsylvania, and so I was raised a Steelers and Pirates fan when we didn't have a football or a baseball team here in Phoenix. So yeah, that's Chapel number 6, page 3 by Dietrich Smith. It's a really cool dude. Kind of
We barely saw that, bro. You gotta.
Oh, okay.
Let us soak in the art for like 15 seconds.
Yeah, we'll put it over here.
Yeah, move it around, zoom it in a little bit, zoom it in so we can see it up close. Yeah.
He's a very cool dude. I think he started out with Image, and that's kind of where he got his start. I don't remember which studio.
Cool, man.
It may have been Liefeld. I'm not positive.
Okay. Cool. I like those. Like, I guess that's like a 3/4 splash or like a 2/3 splash.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know what this is. You know, I'm sure I picked this up in an auction and just threw it somewhere.
What's the size of that?
I don't know. It's pretty small though. It says Christian DeBari.
Oh, very cool.
So not even sure who that is
That's
or
the Comic Link sticker or whatever.
why I picked it up.
That's a cool image, but yeah, interesting size. And that was published, or is that?
I don't think it was, but
Okay.
I don't know. I'd have to look. I don't remember getting that.
Tricky Trapster in the house. We were just talking about you earlier. Gave you a shout out. So if you
What's up, Trapster?
What's up, brother? Good to see you.
This is okay. This is another Dietrich Smith. This is from a book called The Outsiders.
Oh. Zoom in a little bit so we can see the top panels. Yeah. There we go. That's cool. A lot of characters. The Outsiders, like based on the book, or it's totally different.
The DC title. It's not based on the book though.
Who's the artist?
Dietrich Smith.
Dietrich Smith. Okay.
Yep. And he did this one as well. Same title.
Oh yeah, I recognize that DC artboard now in the top left corner, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Is that Superman?
Yes.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's not the Outsiders. This is the Next.
Oh, the Next. Okay,
Another DC title.
Cool.
And this is the Next as well. Dietrich Smith with Walden Wong on the inks.
Ooh, let's see that Soups up close. Nice. Cool, dude. So have you been buying these directly from these artists, basically, or?
Yes, all those were from Phoenix Comic Con, where I just meet the artist and hang out for a while and look through their books and say, oh, that looks kind of cool, and maybe come back and say, what can we do for, a couple of these pages or something like that.
Cool.
So yeah, 90%, probably more than that, I got at Phoenix Comic Con from the artists themselves.
All right. Well, I'll show another piece, and then we'll go back to you, and then I only have one other piece after that, so that will kind of like split the time up that way.
Okay.
You mentioned that you did have some Wonder Woman or Diana Prince related things, so I didn't pull the Frizzen cover because I feel like I've shown the hell out of that one. But I did pull my other two published Wonder Woman related pieces. So the first, and I'll show one now, one later. But this one is the David Finch page from Wonder Woman 46. Scott Hanna inks David Finch pencils, and you have Wonder Woman here protecting child in the top panel, and then you have sort of the big splash beneath that for just highly detailed David Finch goodness right here.
Yeah, that is incredible.
It's an incredible page. I'm super lucky to have it, I feel. So, yeah, one of my favorites. And one of my earlier pickups in my collecting as far as like at auction and stuff, I believe I won this on Comic Link in 2018. So this was like in the first year I was collecting. I've been collecting 3 years. This was probably the highlight of my first year of OA collecting at the time.
Well, that's a pretty strong highlight, I can tell you that much.
I think it was like my Christmas present to myself that year or something like that. I don't even remember. But,
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. The detail is definitely stunning on this. Scott Hanna is one of my favorite inkers, and David Finch is one of my favorite pencilers. It's a great combination, on this page. So, we got the art chemist Arsenio in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. JP's like always showed the present. I don't, honestly, it's not a bad point. If I had to show it, but it's like so high up on my wall, and it's so vertical, it's so horizontally framed, so that when I like lift it up and like have to like show it like that, like I can't see anything.
Right.
And like it's heavy, so like it hurts my back literally to like angle it and maneuver it. It's like it's crazy, but yeah, it'll be shown again one day. All right, brother, let's go back to you.
All right. What else do we have? I think this is probably another Dietrich. Yeah, this is another Dietrich Smith. I think this is Hercules.
Cool. Zoom in. Yeah. Wow, wait, who's the artist again? Sorry, I'm bad at hearing that part.
Dietrich Smith.
Okay, Dietrich Smith again. That page reminds me of like Cliff Chang to me for some reason.
And Walden Wong he inked a lot of his stuff, but I think he inked himself on this.
That's a cool page. I like the style of that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm a Hercules fan, so I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, no, Hercules is cool, but it's cool to see him in like like normal, like slice of life, like
right, modern day setting.
Yeah, like not what you would expect to see.
Exactly.
So thanks, Arsenio. What's up? Yeah, I do love my art, and I think that's why I'm here. That's it's my jam. I especially love seeing other people's art more so than mine. So that's why I've done this show. Let's keep going it, man.
All right, this is Dietrich Smith again. So I must have gotten a lot of his stuff one year.
Damn, that is cool. What are those test tube things?
Yeah, sort of like that, like big test tubes with
are they clones?
People inside, right? And this is from The Outsiders as well.
Okay. Cool, man. I gotta look more into Dietrich Smith because the name definitely rings a bell for me when I heard the name, but I don't know if I collect any of the books that he's done or not. I have to look into that a little bit. He's mainly done DC stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Image. He started out with Image before that. Yeah, that's where he got his start.
Cool.
And this is from the Comic X. This is from the aforementioned teacher, my art teacher, who does a lot of work.
What was the title?
X. It's a Dark Horse comic.
Very cool. But that whole bottom panel is just gnarly.
Yeah, that one's the money shot, I think, with this one.
That's the poster right there. That's cool, man.
But his name's Tony Parker.
Right.
Really.
Not the basketball player.
Yeah, exactly. Not the French basketball player. And he did this one as well.
Cool. Same title, X?
Yes, same title, yep. Same issue.
Nice.
And this one, same title, same issue.
Oh, Tricky's saying that Miller worked on some X covers. I didn't even know that. That's cool.
Well, I try not to tell people about. Oh, he means Frank Miller.
Frank Miller. Yeah, I didn't even know that. Oh, maybe Bill Miller worked on some X.
Yeah.
I think Tricky just stumbled onto this. Bill Miller.
Maybe worked on erasing the pencil line. That's maybe about it.
Bill Miller is the one who actually did that page. No, I'm just kidding. But, what's up, Jay Salsa 23 in the house? What's going on, brother?
This one is Deadpool Corps by Marat Michaels.
Oh.
And he was another one of the Image guys. He started out with Image. And I think he was from Rob Liefeld's studio.
Yeah. Nice. When did Deadpool Corps come out as a book?
Let's see. I think I have my notes on that one.
I don't have a great knowledge base of Deadpool besides New Mutants 98 and Deadpool #1. So.
I know it was in a video, so I had to take the notes on it. I got my little notes here.
What is going on? CLG Comics in the house. Good to see you.
2010.
Okay.
Yep, 2010.
Before I got back in the game.
This is another Dietrich Smith from the next.
Whoa, that's like a vintage car. Is that a?
Yeah, isn't that cool? Like a roadster.
That's really dope. you got a page where somebody's holding a car and Superman's on it. You may as well.
And Superman's not the one holding the car.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Pretty wild.
You could still be like, hey, look at this page I got that's like has the same things that are happening on the cover of Action 1.
That's
It
right.
might be in the same order, but still cool.
This is, which one is this? I think this is Green Hornet 12 or 14, one of those two.
Whoa.
This is a Phil Hester cover.
Hell yeah, man. Dude, I love that.
He's a really cool dude. I just remember one year meeting him.
You gotta zoom in on that, man.
Okay.
That's freaking killer. Look at that. Dude, that is amazing. Love that. Very, very cool.
Yeah, not the biggest Green Hornet fan, but I figured that'd be cool to have.
That's a great piece. Yeah, that's a great piece, man. That's just great art.
And like from one year to the next, he had lost like 80 pounds or 90 pounds. And I asked him, what the heck happened? He said he had some medical issues, and I didn't press it and ask him about it. But he was just a really, really cool dude.
Dude, that's awesome. Phil Hester, Green Hornet cover. Love it.
And here's another one of his where I have the pencils and then the inks.
Oh, yo, that's amazing.
So he inked his own stuff. This I don't understand. Typically you would light box it to another inker.
Right.
But he did the inking, so I don't know why.
He just opted to light box it and ink separately, or blue line it and ink separately.
Yep. So I'll do that one.
They're both dope. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. Right? That is very freaking awesome.
This is another one by Tony Parker. This is one of those video game ones. Heck's that called? It's like a popular video game. Warhammer 40K Fire and Honor. So they made a comic book out of it, and this is one of the pages from that.
Interesting art. Is that like a military armor or something like that?
Right. I guess futuristic. I've never played Warhammer.
That tank looks really sweet too. Yeah, I never played that game, so I have no context in my head.
Me either. I mean, if you hit me with anything later than like Genesis, Sega Genesis, you can probably miss me with that. I'm no good at it.
I've dabbled after Genesis, but I think my main area of expertise is like Genesis and older.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I'm trying. I don't have a PS5 or an Xbox Series something, whatever it's called.
Yeah, Mini Musings has a PS4, and he plays like Fortnite and all these silly games that
I have a PS4, but I play it maybe like once every 2 weeks, twice every 2 weeks at best. But this ain't a video game show. Let's get back to
the heck with that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a panel at Phoenix Comic Con, and he said that it's fun to work on licensed properties, but he said it can be frustrating too, because he said like with that particular series, they'd have someone from the company go and count all the rivets on the tanks, and if it was one off, they'd send the page back and say you got to fix it. They were very controlling with their property and how it looked visually. What is this? Okay, this is Marat Michaels again, just pencils from Demon Slayer, an early Image title.
Okay.
And I think this was like a Tower Records affiliated issue.
Nice. I like that woman's face, but I could barely make it out, but I could like.
Yeah, it's tough when it's just the pencils.
Pencil, yeah, it's hard to show on camera.
And this is another of the Next with Dietrich Smith and Walden Wong.
Cool. Nice, man. A lot of Superman pages.
Yeah, I figured if I could get Soups on the cheap,
yeah,
that might not be a bad idea.
That's a great call.
This is another one of those things that I got at that auction. I don't know who this is. Or who is it?
I don't know.
Christian Debari. I don't know if it was ever published or what it's from. I don't recall getting them, but
you know what the character is, or
no.
Yeah.
Sure don't.
Looks kind of like the East and West guy I put on the thumbnail, but
yeah, definitely a little bit like that.
Death. Yeah. All right. Well, how many pieces you got left? We got about 15 minutes. I'll show my last piece, then maybe we wrap up with all of the rest of yours. How about that?
Okay, that'll work.
All right. Well, I teased one other Wonder Woman piece, and not the prison, but this is my splash page for Wonder Woman 30 from the George Perez 80s run. Not penciled by George Perez. This issue was written by George Perez and penciled by Chris Marinan and inked by Will Blyberg. But it's the splash page to Wonder Woman issue number 30.
That is a beaut.
It is freaking amazing. I mean, including the person pointing at her right here. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people on this splash page. So,
yeah, so much detail.
Yeah, and look at what's going on there.
That's rough.
Yeah. So yeah, this is one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah, and I like the paste up titles and word balloons and stuff in that era. It's cool.
All that old school classic stuff. So I know Lasso's like probably.
Oh yeah, of course.
Thank you guys. I've shown this before, but I haven't like overshown it, so it's possible that people have missed it. But here's my second opportunity to show it on the program. So, Tricky sent you his Instagram. I'm not sure whose Instagram we're talking about.
Oh, maybe one of the artists, or maybe his.
I'm assuming one of the artists that.
Yeah, because I know Tricky Trapster. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Simon hasn't seen it before. Well, there you go, Simon. That's yours, but
I'll find that 1D that I told you about.
There you go. Close up. But yeah, it's one of my favorites. All right. We'll go back to Bill Miller himself, Comic Mag Musings. Make sure you guys sub him up if you haven't already. His YouTube and Instagram links are in the description below. And we'll close up the show here with the rest of Bill's whatever he wants to show.
Cool. So here's that one that had Wonder Woman on I was telling you about, Kabi. It's actually Justice League. And she's in the bottom panel.
Yeah, I see her right away.
I don't know who it is. Maybe that's Koi Fan. I'm not positive.
Is it?
I don't know. I don't know who that.
That one will be easy to look up and figure out who it is based on the title, right?
Because I don't remember. I got this from Phoenix Comic Con. It was the only thing I bought this year because Mrs. Musings is a big Wonder Woman fan. So this was from 2 years ago I got it. It's the only thing I got that year, and I was going to frame it, but I just never did it. She doesn't know about it, so if she sees this, then I guess now she knows about it.
Dude, that's awesome. There's so much going on actually on that page. And that pose is pretty iconic right there.
It is. I like it.
And Batman's on it? Yeah.
Yeah. Little bats in there.
Nice, dude. Yeah, I love that.
Cool. Let's see what else.
We had Alex Big Blue join us in the house. What is up?
What's up, Alex?
Good to see you.
So I'm a huge fan of Criminal Macabre.
Yeah.
An indie written by Steve Niles. And Christopher Mitten was the artist for this.
Oh, shit.
And I met him at Phoenix Comic Con, and so I got this page from him with Cal McDonald on it. So I was super excited to have that one.
Dude, that's really cool.
Most of the series was done by Ben Templesmith,
It's like
who also did 30 Days a Night with him.
Is it like a noirish series or something? Like
this is kind of like what's his name? Constantine. He's kind of like Constantine. Okay. Yeah. But you're right. It is kind of noirish in the sense that he's kind of downtrodden and he's an investigator, but he deals with the paranormal.
Awesome.
Let's see what else. I'm not going to show those. But, well, this is a cool one. I'm not a particularly big Hawkman fan, but I just thought it was a really nice looking page.
Dude.
I don't remember who did it. Oh, you know, a lot of times I buy from the inkers.
Mm-hmm.
And so this one says the Penciler's Booth. I got it from Norm Rackman. Who's the inker.
Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah.
It was super cool. I'd see him almost every year.
Zoom in more on the splash. That's awesome. That is sick. Dude, Hawkman is like one of my favorite character designs, yet I don't collect, read, or really contribute anything to the Hawkman industry or economy or market. Or
right.
It's just something I don't collect, but for whatever reason, I just think it's freaking amazing looking. Like the character.
Yeah. I just thought it was pretty cool,
man. That is amazing.
Now, I'm a huge fan of Jonah Hex.
Yeah.
And so that's why I got this one. It's the cover for All-Star Western 27.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome, dude.
Who did this? So Norm Rattman was the inker. I don't know who the penciler was.
Okay. That's awesome.
For those that don't know, just real quickly, oftentimes the pencilers and inkers, sometimes the colorists, usually the pencilers and inkers, they'll split. They'll do like a 3-to-1, 4-to-1.
There's an inker share and a
share.
Yep.
And so oftentimes it's good to deal with the inkers because you might get a little bit better bargain.
Yeah, I don't have the art with me, but I just in the last week or so went through a situation where I was buying a piece, a cover, and I thought it was a penciled only piece. And then I later find out that the inker had got his, kept his side of it and or whatever. So I had to like sort of redo the deal and like get the things from different sources and like look. So eventually I'll have the pencils and the inks combined, but it's always tricky in some of those modern, especially books.
Yep.
Yeah,
especially when they're light boxing and they're not working off the original page.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got. This is Iron Man Bad Blood. I don't know who did this, but
Iron Man Bad Blood. When did that come
out? Layton?
Don't look it up. No, that's awesome.
Bob Layton. That's what it is.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that bottom panel, that group shot. Yeah. What is that? Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'll show a couple more. So these are Tony Parker's from Robert E. Howard's Savage Sword.
Okay.
This is page 5.
Nice. Don't get to see much like Western related art
Right.
Which is really cool. Very cool to see. Nice. Whoa, what is happening on that bottom panel?
I think he's getting thrashed pretty good as he hits the ground after having been struck. And there's another one here.
Cool.
And I got the little insert that he did for that.
Okay. A pop out.
Right.
Yeah. Nice.
And
Man, you got a lot more art than I thought you had. Like,
yeah, this we'll stop at this one. This is another Criminal Macabre page. Christopher Mitten. I think it's Christopher Mitten. Yep. And so I got this in 2013.
awesome. Are there any like artists on your wish list or hit list or titles or series or anything like that moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I don't really collect it anymore. It's just gotten really expensive. But if I do, I'll get a piece here and there. It's going to be something that I'm really passionate about. Like a lot of these things, other than the Criminal Macabre.
Suicide Squad page was your most recent page, and that's pretty much. And that was last year, you said, right? Or,
yeah, I think the Warlord ones. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. But it'll be something I really like something from Ernie Chan or anything to do with Conan. You know, Pablo Marcos.
Yeah.
Of course, Big John. Anything like that, I'd be over the moon for. But if it's not something like that, then
hey, sell a few comic books, make it happen.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
Dude, I got more than my share of competition for owned original pieces.
Oh yeah, not me much anymore. That's for sure.
Well, dude, I appreciate you hopping on here, sharing your collection efficiently and under time. Amazing, loved it. Love seeing some of those, especially the Phil Hester Green Arrow stuff and the Jonah Hex stuff and some of it. That's really, really cool stuff, man. I rarely get to see that kind of stuff, so I appreciate seeing it, man. Thank you.
Cool. For Jackson Roy Kirk.
Yeah. Oh, one of your pieces. Yes.
Yeah.
Right here. Yes.
So just to be clear, I didn't pencil this. The teacher gave it to us penciled, and this was for the inking class. And so for this one, we had to do a wash, we had to do a Croquo pen, we had to do marker, and we had to do brush. And so this was one of the ones that I did. Oh, and we had to do some white as well in that.
Look at that. Bill Miller, professional inker.
It was fun.
Well, dude, anything you want to plug or mention for your channel or things you got coming up? I mean, if you're not subbed up to Comic Mag Musings, again, his link is in the description below. Make sure you go sub him up, support him. But anything you want to mention?
I do regular Monday, Wednesday, Friday videos, and every Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll be on the Gray Man's channel for Cover Slingers, where we have a chat voted and Matilda Gothica voted competition of whomever has the best cover to fit whatever topic's chosen for that week. So very fun. Stop by if you get a chance.
Awesome. For this show, we've got one show scheduled in a couple weeks. So I don't think the show is going to be back next week or anything like that. But we have the January 27th at 12 a.m. Eastern on Wednesday, which is technically Tuesday night on the West Coast and other time zones in the United States here. Or you're just staying up late here on the East Coast. So I'll be staying up late until midnight that Tuesday night to hang out with Danger Room Comics live from Germany. our first German guest here on the program, first European guest too, technically, on the program. So that should be fun on the 27th. And then also just a quick reminder that tomorrow night right here on Comic Books NYC, I am hosting a live claim sale. I will have books and some sketch covers / potentially art for sale as well. So just FYI, art collectors out there, I'll have some art as well and some books. But DS Comics, as always, is going to have some killer books. J Hood Creative is going to have some awesome books and action figures, and he may even do some art because he's been known to do that. You never know. An awesome artist in our community.
Very talented, isn't he?
Very, very talented guy. And then we also have our buddy Daymares, who's going to have, I think, mostly books and maybe some action figures as well. So it's going to be a fun live claim sale. We'll probably go for about 3 hours, but we'll see where the night goes. So make sure you guys come out and check things out tomorrow night for the claim sale on the channel, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on Comic Books NYC. Other than that, I just want to thank everybody in the chat for watching. I want to thank Bill again for appearing here on Original Art Hour. It was great having you on. Awesome collection, dude. Make sure you guys sub them up, and we'll catch you next time. Later.
Where do I begin? I see the hate, they don't wanna see me win. Bank deposits, I got more coming in. Top down, throw the money in the wind. I don't want it all. Heard these scammer had to switch up the accounts. Moving paper, gotta call it my account. It's all in, I can have it coming out. Been through the struggle, I can see another drought. Yeah, it's not a purse, it's a merch. 6 figures was a goal, now it's 9 or a hearse. Put it work. Used to pull up, not swerve, no time for the snakes, time to put them in the dirt, that's word. I gotta get it, it's in my DNA. You only see the highlights, don't know what it takes. Last year stressing, got no sleep. Now I'm right between the courts, I don't know bleed. I see the hate, they don't wanna see me win. Bank deposits, I got more coming in. Top down, throw the money in the wind.